Welcome to this look at a new mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Good Friday, Friday the 29th of March. We have had a mod drop today from Giant from Case IH Brasil and Connect Modding, involving a lot of Case IH vehicles, a couple of bits of machinery seeders, but also this map, Eldorado. So I'm going to do the map tour now, potentially the mod review, but maybe get onto that tomorrow morning. But that being said, we're on the map Eldorado. So this is by Case IH Brasil, Connect Modding. 440.01 megabytes download. I've got a lot of question marks on my notes for this one. There are 3 required mods that downloaded automatically when I downloaded the map. Contracts are available. There are 2 additional crop types, and this is where it gets curious. We've got black bean and we've got coffee bean. Now, I'll show you the build mode in a moment because we've got a few extra bits and bobs put in. But under the required mods, there's nothing for harvesting any of the coffee bean stuff, which is curious because yeah, you'll see what I mean. It's odd. Anyway, if we go down to here under mods and DLCs, Eldorado, we have got a Lizard MKS32 tanker that's been put in addition to the standard fare. You can see up the top, slot count is 754. It's 754 on all 3 game modes. New farmer, farm manager, start from scratch. And do you want to know what you start with? That's it. This is a proper start from scratch. You have a pickup. Nothing else. Just a pickup. This little plot of land, if we go to the map, this is what the map looks like. We start down here on New Farmer with this plot, 86. On Farm Management Start from Scratch, you don't even own that. We've got a few small plots around here that you can buy up if you want to. And then we kind of move out across the map. So we're starting from fairly cheap through mid-sized fields up to some larger ones. Now I'm going to put some money in because this complex here, which is your sugarcane factory, you can put tons of stuff on this. There's plenty of room, but let's click on that. That's 3,468,128. So it's not cheap to buy the grounds that's on. The factory itself, when you come to buy the production, is 1.5 million. So yeah, it's up there. It's certainly up there. And then obviously then field prices and stuff around that. So we've got a few bits and bobs. And you can, I think you can buy everything. I think all the land is available to purchase. Everything that's got production chains on or sell points is all available to buy. So yeah, the coffee thing is peculiar. If we go into build mode, we have got added in by the map maker on top of the required mods. Under production and factories, out at the end there, we've got a coffee factory. Now, the coffee factory isn't actually on the map yet. There's not one out there on the map at all. There's no coffee planted already, no fields of coffee, nothing like that. So it's there for you to do coffee if you want to. So the factory has been added in. If we go from there and we go to orchards, there's your coffee trees. So planting them is done like you do with grapes and olives. I've got a little bit of land here. Put it down, push it along. It says it's colliding. Don't collide. I'll do a little bit. There we go. So if we look over our fence at the back, that's our coffee. So our coffee plants, coffee trees are put in just like you do with grapes and olives on whatever plot of land you own. You put them in like that. But then, like I say, you are going to need something to harvest them with. All of the stuff that comes with the map Recanto de Alvarado, and I think it's all been released separately. The Jacktoe stuff, there's a whole lot of Jacktoe stuff, orange equipment, all the Jacktoe gear. The Jacktoe stuff is for doing coffee. Like I say, I'm surprised that was not put in as required mods, considering you can do coffee, and if you spend ages putting it all in, put your coffee factory in, you can't actually harvest it, so you're going to need something. So anyway, hop the fence. We do have a sleep trigger, we do have a wardrobe trigger here at our little home that we start with. Let's grab our pickup and let's head out. As far as the black bean goes, we can put that into the ground with planters, not seeders, but planters, and we can harvest it with a regular header. So our black bean is done like that. If we whiz along the road just here, we have got supermarket sell point, just there. If we then go out along here, we've got the vehicle shop, we go past the bus station, just here. We've got the vehicle shop, which surprisingly is a case IH dealership. Oh, I was going to put some money in, wasn't I? I need to put some money in. The gates are locked at, well, the warehouses, well, the sell points, the warehouses and the vehicle shop, they're closed until 9 o'clock and they'll open. I don't think we can open them ourselves. Yeah, closed store until 9. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some money in, I'm going to speed up time, it'll go just past 9 o'clock, and then those gates should be open, so bear with me momentarily. And there we go, we have some cash, gates are open, let's whiz in. So vehicle shop and workshop is here. This is also the reset point for the map. If we go in through the back of the building, because we're out in the sort of parking lot area, we've got our parts department just here. I think this is one of those buildings, we can go around, there's all offices and stuff, you can have a bit of a fiddle around. Can we go in there? It's not going to let us in that office. Yeah. But I know we can go, whoa, we can go into the back of the building here, through this door, which takes us through to the front. So your vehicle shop menu is here. Lovely. This is pretty cool, look. And your workshop trigger is there. Right, that's the vehicle shop. Now there are some plots on the map which, when you look at the map, you look and think, oh, that's intriguing, interesting. I've kind of gone round buying up bits off camera just to check plots of land. There's a couple of little lagoons of water here, a larger lake there, and then this is almost a placeables area really. Behind these fields, just an open sort of flat area with a bit of scrub land. If I buy that plot of land, there's no production chains on it, there's no sell points, there's no icons or triggers, but there's some land there. If you wanted to buy it, you can. It looks like a little park area type thing. This here is a gymnasium, sports arena. Again, I kind of bought it thinking it might be a sell point, but all of the land can be purchased, so there's a bit of forestry and stuff to be done there if you want to. And then up here, there's another bit of sort of placeable land there. Again, nothing on that. And then up here as well, I did buy that little bit just to check that out. It's just a little kind of tiny little pumping station, but there's no, again, no triggers or icons or anything up there. Most of it is sort of central and off here to the west and southwest. So, from the vehicle shop, let's head out. I'm not au fait with Brazilian road layouts, so apologies if I get this wrong. So from here, now this does have a railway, a train that runs, and it does an interesting loop actually. Some will do a loop around the entire map and won't go off the map. Just gives you access to the train so you can buy and sell at different sell points and take it around the map. Some come in the map and off the map on one side. Some will do a sort of U-shaped round. This one's, it's quite an interesting railway. So this little plot of land here to the right doesn't seem anything particular from sort of the aerial view, but if you buy this little plot of land, there is a workshop trigger here. So if it's a bit too expensive at the main dealership, you can come here and get your vehicles repaired here. We've got a gas station just opposite. There is a sell point at the gas station as well. So we come through the Posto gas station. There's the sell point just here. And then we'll head back out. I'm going to go across the grass here. I know I probably shouldn't, but I've got to go all the way down and do a loop round otherwise. Just for expedience. I have to say, everything's really nicely signposted, labelled, it's very clear. It has quite a sort of natural, immersive feel to it, I'm not going to lie. Under build mode, I said about the factory and the orchards, there's a couple of extra paint textures and some extra plants, but other than that, it's all standard. There's nothing else, silos, sheds or anything like that added in. If we go right here through this gate, it's like a lot of the Brazilian maps and stuff we have. It has a very large-scale industrial feel, a sort of complex feel to a lot of the sell points. It's all on a big scale, you know, huge sugarcane work, huge cotton stuff, that, you know, that kind of thing. And it has a very gritty sort of, this one especially, a very kind of gritty feel to it all. It's got that kind of red dust, red ground, everything's got a little bit rusty, and it's almost in need of repair kind of thing. So we are now at this point here, which is Grain Warehouse 2. This is a sell point. Again, like I said, all the land is available to buy. That's the sell point there, Grain Warehouse 2. There's nothing else at this one other than that, but if you buy the land, then you've got the option to add in extra productions, factories, that kind of thing. If you want to, I will show you on the map where we are and where we've been. I usually do when we do a map tour. Go back out the way we came. And when we drive alongside the sugarcane plant, it's interesting because I live not far where Leavesden Studios is now, and the Harry Potter world and that kind of stuff. That was Rolls-Royce. And growing up as a kid, I remember going to different, you know, air shows and things. Then friends of my dad worked for Rolls-Royce, and some of my friends worked for Rolls-Royce as I got older. I always remember driving around the perimeter of Rolls-Royce and having these big fences, and it was this huge area, and it had its own runway, and there were aircraft taking off and landing. This gave me that feel, driving alongside, or like just driving alongside of any airport, the kind of thing. It just had that. It's such a large scale. Yeah, it's a big proposition. Like I said, it's expensive to buy the land. There's loads of room, loads of space, as I always say, for activities. So whatever you decide to do there, you can. If we take this little turning off here. And it's an interesting map in that it's got a lot of detail. It feels very immersive whilst simultaneously being quite simple. There's not a lot on it. There's not a lot of sell points. There's not a lot to it with regard to, it's not overly cluttered with productions and stuff like that. So you've got plenty of scope to make it what you want. I mean, look at all this area here. It's just massive. Once you've bought this plot, once you own it all, if we go to here, so we came from this area here, out and across the road here to the gas station, and just there is where that workshop is. Came back up the road there, and then we came in up here to Warehouse 2, came back out along this road all the way up here, round into here, and we're at this area. So this is the one, plot 39, 3,466,128. Did I say 400? Oh, anyway, that's what it's costing. No extra triggers or icons come up. You can see the train there now, look. So it's interesting, the train comes round, and the train does a loop round. It comes around, it goes up here, comes round, goes down, right the way down there, and off the map out to Recanto de Eldorado. Then when it's done its loop round, it comes back in the top of the map, and it comes down, and it swings around, goes back through the sugarcane factory, and does its loop round again. So it's an interesting, I like the fact it kind of does this crossover thing. Not a lot of maps do that, so it has quite an interesting feel, but it does take you right through the middle of the facility here as well. So we're going to go through here. So as a sell point in its own right, we've got the cane sugar plant sell point. When you look at all of this space, all the stuff that's going on, there's no other triggers, no other icons, nothing else. You've got the sell point here, which is a sell point until you buy it. Once you've bought it, it then becomes yours, and when you put stuff in there, that's what the production will then run. We'll get to that momentarily. If we come through here, we'll cross over the railroad track. We've got a rent train point. Now what I'm curious about, unless potentially, I'm just trying to think. It's a weird one. We've got a rent train point here. And then we have got this bit here, which shows the icon there for unloading from this silo into it. And this silo is part of this larger building, and until you buy the production, you don't get the option to refill. But when I drove the train under it to check what can you put into it, because there's nowhere out there that you can put into this silo. So it's not a storage silo, this has got to be for the production. But you'll see when we check out the production itself, this will produce sugar and ethanol. The train doesn't have a tanker for taking ethanol. That's what that tanker in the mods was for transporting ethanol, which is quite cool. I like that. We can bring sugarcane, we can make ethanol. That's brilliant. So I'm assuming it's sugar loose, which is unusual because normally we get on most maps the sugar factory. It all just produces it as pallets. So I'm assuming, and it is a bit of an assumption, that it's going to be loose sugar, because that's the only other thing I can think it could be. There's nothing else here. It's not a storage silo or anything like that. So whizzing around out of here. Can't remember what way to go. Yeah, it was this way. And out. I'm lost now. Here we are. Right, so down here we've got slurry lagoons. So we can come down to here with whatever vehicles we want, whatever receptacles will take them, and we can purchase slurry from here if we want. So a byproduct of whatever process has been going on, we can buy slurry. If we come back across the tracks, I'm surprised about level crossings. It's quite a bump over those. This is where you purchase the production. So you can buy the land. We've already done that. And if we come to here, you will see that on top of buying the land, the actual sugarcane plant itself is 1.5 million. The productions that are on here are pricing. You're going to see the next one as well in a little while. So if we buy that, and then click on this. So ethanol and sugar are the two things we can produce here. 1-to-1 ratio, but 24,000 cycles per month. So it'd be fairly quick. And then, like I say, the ethanol we can then take and we can sell elsewhere on the map. And that's what that tanker that's been included on the map is for. It's for the ethanol. So let's jump back in our pickup. Oh yeah, I don't think that side gate opens. I think we do have to go this way. Regardless, the other thing I made me feel that it's had a kind of Rolls-Roycey feel to it, or any large facility like this. I know when I went to Sellafield years and years ago with MrSealyp up in the Lake District, before it was being decommissioned and you could go and do tours around, it was like this as well. It had that massive industrial feel to it. So from here, we are at this point here. We've gone around the facility, and we're at this point here. There's some gates further out here somewhere as well. There's access in here. It has got multi points of access. But if we go out this way, this is all fields. There's no other production sell points. So if we turned right now and went out to this large roundabout here, there's a couple of roads that run out this way, and it's all just countryside as far as the eye can see. So what we are going to do, we're going to go out, we're going to turn left, which means we're going to cut across again. Apologies to road network aficionados. So whizzing back off up here, crossing over the railway and turning onto here, and then down here we come to the dairy. Now the dairy is sat on a fairly large plot of land, and when you buy the dairy you get the land with it, which is fine. That's cool. And I'll show you where we are. So we've come from there, out there, and we're now at this point. So this plot of land here, plot 3, if you buy that, it's 390 grand. Fair enough. That's 390 grand. If we come to buy the production, prepare yourself for this, 990,000 for the dairy. And when you buy the dairy, it's a standard dairy. It's not. It's nothing. I don't know, unless it's producing very special buttered cheese and chocolate. I mean, even taking off because we've bought that now. You'll also see we own the land now, and the land was worth 390. So of 990, that means the dairy was 600,000 on its own. Yes, we got the land with it, but you can't buy it without it. It's I mean it's up there, isn't it? Anyway, that's the dairy. Now from the dairy, we're going to go out from here and we're going to veer right. You can go directly under there if you want to, but we're going to take in the sell points that we need to get to in productions and whatnot. So heading out here, we come to just here. We come to the Sawmill. Now this is another curious one. It has me Slightly puzzled, I'm not going to lie. So, we have got a rent train point just over here. Oh, there you go, good timing. So if you are transporting trees or whatever, and you want to bring them to the sawmill, you can. Although, we have got a gate there, but it's not... I suppose there's enough room to get stuff through. So you can unload your train from there. Now, it does say in the description that there's a sawmill for selling wood and producing boards. That's what the description says. So if you come over to here, we've got our point here for selling wood. So there's our sell point. Now I've been round this building. I've bought the land. I've been in and out of the building. I can't find an icon, a button anywhere for purchasing it as a production. So where it says you can produce boards, I don't know where. I can't find it. So potentially that's on PC, maybe not on console. Might not have ported over. Like I say, I'm not 100% certain. This plot of land here, you watch the icon come up now. Buy the land. Still nothing's come up. So yeah, don't know about that, but it's definitely a sell point. Anyway, so you can bring your lumber, you can unload it, and you can sell your wood here if you want to. That's the sawmill. We come out of here and cross straight over, watching for traffic as we do, which is not something I do very often when I'm doing map tours, or indeed Let's Plays. We come down to this larger facility here. So this is Grain Warehouse 1, which is just in there, so that's a sell point there, and this is also Grain West Silo. So we've got another rent train point in. I said I've got a list of questions. I've got question marks all over my notes. We've got a rent train point here, which is fine. We can rent the train, but it's a small thing, but it's a thing, and we can rent the train. That's all lovely, but we can't actually get to it. There's no gap in the fence. I can't. I mean, you can park a vehicle up and jump the fence, I guess. So if you rent the train, when it arrives to actually get to it, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. Like I say, it's a small thing, but it's a peculiarity. Anyway, so we have got a silo, a transfer silo, and we've had these on many maps. This will take coffee if you're producing it. It will take black bean as well. And the regular things that a railroad silo will usually take. Putting into it though, and if I go to the map, I'll show you. So we come straight across here. So we've got a rent train point, and we've got two icons there. So you've got the Grain Warehouse 1, which is the sell point, and then next to that we've got Grain West Silo, which is the transfer silo. So one of them's got the icon for the sell point, which is that one there. So I'm making an assumption that that's the sell point, and that is where you're going to put into the silo for storage. So that's because this bit next to here doesn't seem to have a grate for it. So as far as I can tell, again, more extrapolation, but I think that's your sell point trigger with the icon, and this bit here is for putting into the silo by road. The question then becomes, if you put into the silo by train, how do you take it out of the silo? Or is that done? Oh, there you go, that is this side. There we go. That's another question mark answered. Problem solved. Excellent. So, moving from this facility here at Grain West Silo and Grain Warehouse 1, we're going to come out of these gates and out the back. I'm going to cut across these fields. Apologies. There's nothing actually on the fields at the moment, that's fine. And we're going to come into here. Again, a very large facility. And actually, when I drove over here, I thought, oh, is this the coffee factory? But again, there's no icons around it. But what we do have around the back here is two purchase points, and this is your lime station. But again, you can buy this land, so if you want to add stuff onto it, and because that coffee factory is available in the build mode, if you wanted to put your coffee factory, you can. You've got some shed space and stuff here as well. There's two little changing rooms. There's a football pitch just to the side there as well. And then from here we whiz out right the way around the back of here. I'm not going to go right the way into it, but that facility there is a bale sell point, and the sell point is just at the back of the building there. It says cotton on it. Actually, I'm going to double check this in the menu. as far as bales go, if we get down to, where's our cotton and our wool? There's our cotton. It says bales. And wool, yep, it says bales as well. It's all of the actual facility itself, all the big signs all the way around it all say cotton. I just want to make sure you can sell other things as well. Now that isn't a production, it's not a spinnery, that is just a sell point for bales, just to the side there. And then if we drive out along here, and again we are going to cut across the field, well this one has got a crop in it. When I was doing my preparation, making my notes, it wasn't, it was bare, so again, I do apologise. Is there a route round we can get to from there? Let's go back up to the map. So we came down there, along there, went cut across here, and that's the lime station just there. We came back out and along, we've just gone past there, which is the bale sell point. Now we need to get, without going all the way back up to there, and then cutting down that road there, we're going to head across to there, which is your animal dealer. And the railway goes off there, and goes to Recanto de Eldorado, and down here we have got our animal dealer, and that is the map. You don't have to use just case IH stuff on here, you can use anything you want. So animal dealer, there's no animal dealer sell point with this one, this is just the animal dealer for buying and selling of your livestock, and then we do have a few animals. We've got some sheep and cows and stuff in here. Loving life they are. I'm just going to double check to make sure I haven't missed anything. I mean, I may have missed something. If I have, I do apologise. There you go. The train's just heading off now to go out off to Recanto de Alvarado. Sorry, did I say keep saying Alvarado? Sorry, Alvarado. I do apologise. I've apologised a lot on this one, haven't I? But that's it. That's the map. That's Eldorado by Case IH Brasil and Connect Modding. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.